boy, turn in that blood clock, buckshot. They fly through the truck spots, robots. Can give a damn who the fuck shot. Clean cop, fucking with that dirty cop. Don't act like your ass never heard of that. Clean cop, rolling with that mean cop. Still trying to act proud as a peacock. You know that mean cop might need a detox. Motherfucker tried to blow me out my Reeboks, but I swing like Jack in a beanstalk. Chop them down when these bitches try to lock me down. Hit the ground, hit the turf, walk the earth. Q kidnap your mind, Patty Hearst. Bust a verse that'll make your ass hit reverse. Kill the curse that was placed on the universe. West Coast warlord, blacker than the Black Knight. Fuck a black and white when they ain't acting right. Good cop, filling out your report. Bad cop asking you to distort. Bad cop asking you to lie in court. Send another young brother up north. Send another young sister off course. Why these motherfuckers chill on the golf course? Black police showing out for the white cop. White police showing out for the black cop. Black police showing out for the white cop. White police showing out for the black cop. Lazy cop, fucking with that crazy cop. Always bragging about the new case they got. Do or die cop with that suicide cop. Tell the true cop with that true or lie cop. Are you fucking high cop? Don't even try cop. Ain't no motherfucking drugs up in my spot. All you find in my closet is the high top. And my motherfucking tickets to the skybox. Hold up, nigga. I'm a rider. Use a roller. Yep, the controller. Make me mad, that's when I get swole up. The Incredible Hulk is bipolar. Come out the cuff, knock off the rust. Throw my hands up, you still wanna bust. The Trojan horse is full of excessive force. When they try to get aggressive niggas off the porch. Black police showing out for the white cop. White police showing out for the black cop. Black police showing out for the white cop. White police showing out for the black cop. Good cop, where is your dignity? Where's your empathy? Where is your sympathy? Bad cop, where's your humanity? Good cop, is that just a fantasy? Hell on that nigga, snitch on that bitch. Truth be told, motherfuck the blue code. Fuck the po-po, acting like Depot. Already know, Craig'll let the brick go. Black lives matter, it's not chit chatter. Cause all they wanna do is scatter brain matter. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. A nine is terrible in your face. The mace has a terrible fucking taste. The pen is a terrible fucking place. The kings all hate the fucking ace. The judge sabotaged my fucking case.
Racist motherfucker.
Black police showing out for the white cop. White police showing out for the black cop.
Check one, check two. Hello, hello. Good morning, Bears. It's me, Big Bear. Am I here? Good morning. Good morning, Bears. It's me, Big Bear. So stoked. I'm glad you're stoked, Bear Luke John. Hello, Bathory Bear. Just catching up on the IG streams. Owen has been on fire. Oh, thank you very much. Well, I think I cracked the code last night about why the Gamma male hates me so much. You guys want this insight, or do you want me to just get right into it? This is episode 879, a peek into the hell of the baby boomer, and a word from our doctor. But first, let's talk about the Gamma male. So talking to Benjamin Balderson, a heathen and alchemist, has helped me understand certain things in life. Because all life is made of salt, oil, and carbon, right? The salt is the action. The oil is the thought, and the carbon is the tie to this physical reality. So the masculine is associated with the salt, and the feminine is associated with the etheric oil. You know, because women are more likely to be based in talking and thinking, pondering, and that's why the Gamma male can sometimes see someone like me, and I'll be straight up, like, I understand some of their criticism. They'll see a guy like me contradict himself in the course of one stream, where I say something, I change my mind, I say another thing, and they are like, how dare you? You just contradicted your thought. It's because I'm more action than thought. And hopefully this makes sense. If not, I totally understand. But like, some gamma males will look at a guy like me and say, he's a bumbling fool. But yet they'll see me continue to succeed, and it makes no sense to them. Because the world doesn't care about your thoughts. The world cares about your actions, and failure is not failure. Oh, yes, I have my phone. One of my friends who's a gymnastics coach has awesome insight into this, about training kids. I'm not saying this to defend myself. I'm saying this to help you be better fathers. If you're a gamma, you're not cursed to be a gamma. You can be a delta. An alpha is not number one. You don't like. If you're not made to be alpha, you don't want to be alpha. Alphas notoriously have to deal with really horrible stuff. You know, I don't have I have too soft of a heart to be alpha. I am an alpha. I'm treated like an alpha, but I'm much. You know, I don't like making people do stuff. It's all fascinating stuff. Just don't think alpha is number one. There is no number one. It's how you. Yeah, I'm a Bravo. Yeah, Bravos do crush. I think James True's a Bravo too. It's I like to be a high-ranking lieutenant. Anyway, but I'm an alpha. I mean, I'm clearly a leader of men. So it is what it is. I'm not made for it, but I'm getting better at it. It's all good. So anyway, why do gammas hate me so much? Because they hate me. Hate. If you go to Reddit or any of these places, it's like, look at Owen Benjamin. He's a liar. And it doesn't equate at all to, like, me as a person, because I'm clearly nice and funny, and sometimes I ban people unreasonably, and I make a lot of mistakes, and I fail a lot at stuff. But it doesn't justify their hatred until I really figured it out. God is number one. We get it, Watcher Bear. You're a very special boy. We appreciate you. I'm just talking practically in real life. I understand that your thoughts. All right. Can gammas change at their own will? Yeah, because it's difficult, but it's because they're lying to themselves about what really matters. Let me tell you a story about my dad, and then I'll get into. Hopefully I'll explain this properly. Because gammas pride themselves, they have above average intelligence. Most gamma males are IQ 110 to 130. You know, academia, entertainment, all these places are littered with gamma males. Men who think their thoughts and feelings matter. And they are smart, and they can construct their own realities in their head in which they're the most special boy in the whole world. And then they see someone like me who just does stuff and looks ridiculous. You know, like someone can bring up something that I don't know anything about, and within a half hour I have an opinion, and I'm arguing with someone and calling them names based on my new opinion. I get how annoying that appears sometimes. Trust me, I understand. The gamma male's like, you haven't sat in an armchair in your mom's basement and thought about it for years and years. You're just running and gunning. Oh, look, you're contradicting yourself. Oh, you're a liar. No. It's because I'm doing it. I'm just And what the gamma male doesn't understand is that the world values action way more than thought. Your oil doesn't really matter. Your salt matters. What do? And so, when I was doing stand-up on a bowling lane trying to time my jokes because the pins were breaking, a gamma male would look at that and say, oh, look at him, he's humiliating himself. He's bombing, no one's paying attention. But meanwhile, other men and women were attracted to that, and other men wanted to be close to that because they saw the joy in my eyes. That it didn't matter the response. That I was doing comedy, I made it happen. And that ability to fail with ease is actually extremely attractive to people. You know, the gamma male is terrified of failure. Oh, what if everybody laughs at you? They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna. It's like, I'm a comedian. Good. You know, they get really agitated at somebody that is comfortable failing. Because they don't understand that there's no such thing as failure. It's all how you look at it. If you fail, you will, but you do it in the right way. You do it with enthusiasm and with honesty, integrity. Honestly, you changed your mind in an hour, right? Because my mind changed, and I'm in action, flow state. So, hopefully this is getting through to some gammas. So when they're like, oh, look at Owen, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's building a fence, he can't even dig a hole, he's so pathetic. And then you look at my farm and you're like, it must be a trick. Like, no. the world responds to action. So my father is a peak gamma. Like, he teaches wizardry to college guys. Gamma, gamma, gamma. All oil, no salt. He's very resentful. Lifelong Democrat. Thinks that, you know, business owners are fools and that professors should make more money and that they deserve... Right, okay, so he runs for alderman in my town of Oswego, New York. And there's about 1,000 people in our little area. And he was running against a guy named Gold, who had recently done time for statutory rape. You know, I think he was with a 17 or 16-year-old girl. You know, he's a scumbag, total scumbag. But he's a hometown guy. There was like generations of the Goziks. They owned Gozik's Auto, you know, auto repair. They were like hockey guys. Everyone knew him. Gozik didn't do any like campaigning so my dad like has all these ideas about how he's gonna fix Oswego and all these thoughts and stuff. And he goes door to door telling everybody his thoughts. And he even starts writing articles in the Palladium Times newspaper about, you know, burning rubber in Oswego, New York, or something about like hitting the road and having his pamphlets. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. Every pamphlet he handed out, the person just crumpled it up and threw it away. So he was all excited that he was finally going to win at something. And Gozik got 900 votes and my dad got 30. And that means that even some of his friends, like he probably knew 50 people that said they were going to vote for him, like personally. And he got 30 total votes. And he didn't understand. It made him even more resentful, made him even more bitter. Oh, this fool, these fools, everyone's a fool. And I just, as a child, I realized, I was like, no, you don't see it, do you? But he wouldn't listen. A lot of gammas won't listen, right? And so it's like, this man has been here for generations and he has a massive family and they hire people at their businesses. You only have ideas. No one respects ideas. Because ideas come and go. They're etheric. They burn off in the sun. Literally. The sun shines and your ideas burn off and they're gone. And they just float around somewhere else. And so it only made my dad double down. Oh, because my dad's smart, you know. But you know, 130's IQ. I used to... And that level of intelligence... And then you see somebody with like 100, 110 IQ and you're like, what a fool. No. You don't understand that you're just in a weird realm. You don't, if you're actually smart, like let's say you do another order of magnitude above that IQ, you see what value is. What do people value? Do people value thoughts? No, they value action. Failure is more profitable in overall what James True would call prana, energy, respect, whatever it is. An action that fails with enthusiasm and then being able to get up, pop up, and crush again and again and again is infinitely more valuable than these armchair quarterbacks that they sit back and they look at someone like me and I infuriate them because I'm the opposite of a gamma. The gamma thinks they deserve to be alpha if only people listen to their ideas. They make the worst alphas in the world. They're cruel, very cruel people, very narcissistic, very weak, terrified, you know, and so they're lying to themselves. And so they look at someone like me and they say, oh, and Benjamin, he just says stuff. He just does stuff. Look at him on stage bombing. Look at him, you know, criticizing someone that he doesn't ever. It's like, well, what's the result? The result is always good for me, always. So if you're actually smart, if you're this special boy that you really think you are, look around. Who's rewarded and who isn't? Action is rewarded. You can be the best joke writer in the world. If you don't step on that stage, it doesn't matter. Stepping on the stage is the hard part. Your jokes are way less important than stepping on the stage. That's why people have always hired me. People have always wanted to be friends with me. Women have always wanted to date me. Because even when I was low on the totem pole in society, I always had a mission for men. And men love missions. You know, it doesn't matter where you are in your life, whether you're a busboy or a king. You know, princes or paupers. It does, and again, it does not matter. You have to trust me. You don't have to trust anybody. You can do whatever you want. But fearless action is the most valuable thing there is when it comes to this economy. Like, even when I was, like, there would be 10 girls that would want to date me, and I would just not care. And then there would be the gamma male. It's like, the world is rigged. I've drawn all their pictures, and I've used their hair. I've done hair clippings, and I've made little dolls out of them. Don't they see how much I care? Don't they see me? It's like, they don't want someone obsessed with them. They want someone looking out and doing things. And status is a lie. Money is a lie. Status and money come when you do these things. Always. That's why there's certain people, like I used to open for Julio Iglesias. Julio Iglesias was a professional soccer player. And then he got in a motorcycle accident and then became the highest selling artist in history. Why? The gamma male would just say, oh, it's trickery. No, it's because he just goes. The women just want a good pull. You don't need to be on, right. It's your attitude, your vibe. They want a good father. That's why a lot of these gamma males are pretending to be homosexuals, because they think they're going to get love or attention. Because right now the propaganda is so off about homosexuality and LGBTQAIP. They think it's about tolerance. They think it's about inclusivity. There is no one more exclusive than homosexual men. If you don't have a ripped body, a 9-inch dick, and or a ton of money, you're shit in that world. That world is the most ruthless, materialistic, shallow, hierarchical world you'll ever see. I know the gay world. I've lived in LA. I was in the entertainment industry. I know what that is. And these people have no idea. They want a shot. Women don't need rock hard ass. Women don't need a 9-inch dick. Women don't need a Ferrari. They don't. They want you to have character. They want you to be a good husband and a good father. And what is that? That's someone that enthusiastically can get through failure, get through the fire, and keep smiling every morning and saying thanks for the coffee. That's what they want. You have a shot at women. If you're living right now in your mom's basement, and you're kind of chubby and you're watching on the you think that being gay is somehow getting no. Gays only care about, oh, how dare you? Have you met any? Do you know any in your life? Do you only understand the gay culture based on what you see in propaganda and social media? Because if you actually know gay men, actually know them, actually, like, if you understand the hierarchy and nature of a gay bar, I'm telling you what it is. It's not about inclusivity. They don't want the chubby kid, the chubby weird kid with the trench coat, with the little dick. They would point and laugh at you. It's like they're not. It's like, and people act like if they hear the word fag, they just crumble. That is such bullshit. Like a gay bar. If somebody walks in, like some fat guy with a little dick that's all like dressed poorly and he doesn't have any money, they'd be like, get this fag out of here. And then people would be like, did you just say the word? They're like, honey, you're fat. Like, it's the opposite of what you've been told. And then women are the opposite of what you've been told. Women, sure, in base instincts, they would appreciate if you had a nice body, a hammer-on and some money. But not only doesn't it matter, if you spend too much time at the gym, or if you're just mean, or you spend all your money on a sports car, not the family, they see that as a real problem. You know, women, you have a real shot at being long-term happy with. That's why these gamma males and these spiteful little freaks that they think that they can hide behind homosexuality when you're entering a world where you're zero. You better have a B, $1 billion, a 9-inch cock, and or 8 abs. 6 abs aren't enough. They'll judge you for the bottom 2. You don't think so? You don't know anything about the gay world. Yeah, and that's reality, dude. And that's why a lot of the most spiteful people in the world are aging homosexuals, because they age terribly. Terribly. If you're not Jeff Bezos rich, you just lose all the time. All you do is lose. You lose value as you age if you're a homosexual. If you're a heterosexual, you gain value as you age. You know, you have wisdom, you have kindness, you have community. Like as you age, your woman becomes more into you. You know, she'll look at your belly and say, "Man, I feed my big bear well." Fact. Homosexual men, you watch them. That's why I'm not going to name any names right now, but it's pretty obvious in the comedy world who's obsessed with like doing work on their face and working out all the time and taking steroids and doing all this. It's like people that are trying to impress homosexual men. Your wife doesn't want you to do a facelift if you're a male. And it's the same with women. If a woman gives you children and love and affection, you've been through a hard time with her, those wrinkles are beautiful. You know, that body that with age shows the family she's giving you. Beautiful. You know, she's the mother of your kids. She has a role in your life that's as close as you can imagine forever. It's not material. It's not skinny. So the gammas need to understand this. The LGBTQAIP propaganda is fake. It's all fake. The homosexual world, think about Milo Yiannopoulos. You've heard him talk, right? Multiply that by 1,000,000. It's like if you don't have $1,000 fancy ass pants, a ripped body, a Ferrari, and a giant dick, you're shit. And they'll tell you to your face, like, get out. And they're like, but I thought you guys were all about inclusivity. No. And don't change them. They're hilarious people, some of them. But they're in hell. They're living in hell. Because as every second that ticks by, they know they're losing. They're in the material realm only. Just carbon. So the gamma male is more just etheric. The action man is salt. The homosexual is mostly carbon. It's just material. It's only the skin deep. It's like, how big do you have? How much cash do you have? How many abs do you have? And because of that, they can be extremely charming. Extremely charming. Because they're in the moment with the material so intensely that there's something alluring. I'm just being completely honest with you guys. I know some of you guys would be like, no, don't say anything good about the sodomites. There's something alluring about their world of like elaborate drink orders and, you know, marble, stone shit in their house and all. But it's fate. It's just at all points. It's just fading, and they feel it. They know it's fading. And that's why they'll look at happy families and become very envious and very gamma, like, how dare you? Old gays have blown out rectums. Yeah. Dude, a lot of them have to wear diapers. Crazy. So the point I'm trying to make about gammas, that's why a lot of gays die young. They die young of drug overdoses, of suicide, of just general despair. Because once you are past 27, 28 years old, you don't have, every year you have less to offer in the gay world. And any gay man will be honest about this, or they're lying to themselves. If you think gay men get more attractive with age in that world, you're a liar. Unless you become a billionaire. 100 million doesn't even give you that status. I'm talking billions. You got some B's, you got private jets and gold rings and all that stuff, sure. But other than that, you know, that's it. Guys, that's it. Oh, and there's a lot of straight women hanging out in West Hollywood thinking they're safe from men hitting on them. Well, they're in for a rude awakening. They're not safe from being set on fire by riders. Such a great observation, Alan. Yeah, because I was listening to a Gamma break down Chris D'Elia and Brendan Schwab, and he was doing a very good job. And it made me kind of self-reflective a little bit. I can see all the Gamma traits. Gammas aren't just evil, guys. They have a role. They can be really good at spending a year analyzing a random guy about why he's a liar. And I could tell that the dude wasn't like, he had strung together a lot of true things. And because I never listen to Gammas on YouTube. I listen to, I only was listening to this Gamma because I wanted more info about Chris D'Elia. Because I used to know him and I'm fascinated by this whole story. And I developed some sympathy for the Gamma, not sympathy, but just like insight as to why they think the way they think. I think they fundamentally don't understand the role of action and value. Because as this one Gamma was describing Brendan Schwab, who sucks at comedy, total retard, but he's a man of action. He got in a ring and fought a man. Guys, that's huge. If you're looking at gross profit of a man, action beats thought all day long. So even if you're a douche, even if you say shit that makes no sense, even if, because I can be douchey, I know, because I'm in the moment. It's also what gives me value and what inspires. So the Gamma fundamentally doesn't understand this because they're terrified of conflict. They're terrified of failure. You know, they'll take a year to meticulously work, and that's why when I ban people, they freak. Because I know I ban people that probably shouldn't be banned, but again, I'm about action. If somebody rubs me the wrong way, I ban them. And that drives Gammas insane. I've thought about this a lot. If I overthink it, I can't function. Most chat rooms on the internet are terrible. And there's gonna be casualties, but that's the nature of it. It's not that big a deal to be banned from the chat room. But the Gamma is so terrified of conflict, so they're motivated, their feelings of humiliation is constant, that if they get a bear name and get banned, it like drives them insane. Versus someone like me who can stand on a stage on a bowling lane as people are bowling, timing my jokes to avoid pin crashing, and feeling like I'm crushing. I don't relate to that, but I do understand them. Like, I don't relate to that at all. My dad has this problem. My mom is salt, all salt. My dad has this problem where he's like, he thinks his thoughts matter. His thoughts don't matter. His feelings don't matter. They don't. No one, nobody cares. And so I've actually helped a lot of Gammas become deltas. You can see them, they'll come back to 2.0, 3.3, 6.6, 9/11, no. Because when you can face it and you realize it's not a big deal, like Watcher Bear, bangs are cathartic, right? I think I just made fun of that dude. You understand? He's got strength now, and the Gamma's like, oh, it's humiliation. He humiliates his audience. No, it isn't. It's freeing. It's saying like, okay, I don't have to run and hide under my mommy's bed. Help me to be right. Gamma isn't a curse. You can get out of it. And a lot of it, honestly, wasn't your fault. It's how you're raised. But it's like, it is your fault now that you're an adult, though. It's bad. And just, I'm going to get the bad man. Or you can say, okay, I'll come back to 2.0. The penalty is almost nothing. And people love me back like, oh, you didn't spiral. Good for you. Guys, hazing rituals are part of male culture. This whole, like, oh, humiliation ritual, right? It can also just be called hazing. It shows people that you're not a bitch. And this whole, like, concept of, like, oh, he's doing a humiliation ritual. No, it's basic hazing. There's a role for hazing with men. Getting mocked by BB made me grow. Right. And it does, dude. I know this shit because I know the demon my dad wrestles with. The Gamma, I understand why they look at me with such disdain. Like, they see a guy that just runs and guns. I don't overthink stuff. I just do. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to make a guard. You know how many people are just like, you're fighting out more than you can see. You're going to fail. Look at him. He's going to humiliate stuff. And then you see it thriving, and they're like, it must be a trick. I'm going to read you, and then I'll start this episode. I wasn't playing a sorry about this, but this is from a gymnastics coach. And this inside is right on. Alright. The biggest struggle of a coach is a talented kid that is afraid to fail. I recently become emotional training. Like, by the way, Gammas, I'm not saying any of this to brag. I'm trying to help you, whether or not you understand it or not. I'm trying to help young men see this pitfall and grow through it. Because women are not attracted to you, not because of your abs or your low social status or anything like that. It's your inability to fail. I promise you that's what it is. Okay. It instantly becomes all mental, emotional training. Whereas a kid that isn't a talented kid that is all go, they're way easier to mold, even if your progressions are slower, as they are not strong or something. I used to test kids a lot. I coached kids where I would teach them a backflip off the high bar. And as a joke, I could say, okay, next you're going to do a triple backflip, which is insane. And I would just see their response. The kid could be 6 years old, and if they're like, okay, what do I do? I know that kid is my soldier. I also used to call things out in workouts. Like, all right, do 20 squats and do 700 push-ups, which is insane. But if some would jump right down and start doing them, some would be like, what? Then when they saw others doing them, they would start. And others would start there like, this can't be serious. I love what you were saying about people liking missions. That was a big tool I used in coaching in so many ways. I bring this up because even though you are teaching people about it, these concepts of motivation and drive is going to make you better at what you do. You inspire action, and it is what really separates you from others and why people recognize you as a leader. Understanding a gamma indirectly is the best way to get to his heart. But gamma is encompassing so many attributes. All those attributes can stem from different things compounded. So when it comes to behavior or relating to behavior, using the word gamma doesn't penetrate a person's heart that may be embracing those attributes. I'm not saying that you don't penetrate gammas. I'm saying these new concepts are more tools or space in the same process. The gamma is almost always exposed by his gamma shield and his gamma rays. Defense and offense, they are protecting something and attacking something, which is usually in defense of something because they are not building. So the takeaway is, when you go to competition, I think you said something about competition earlier. If you're focused on, hopefully this is helping you guys. Fear of failure is the most suppressive thing to people's progress. What is fascinating too is that fear of failure can increase your rate of failure even if you are doing things. When I would take kids to competitions, especially big ones like regionals or nationals, the kids that were carefree and in the headspace of wanting to do their best and was competing with the other gymnasts did better for themselves than they do in practice. The kids that were focused on score, parents, and coaches and the thought of failure always underperformed even if they were better gymnasts. Commitment comes with doing things. Possibly worse than not acting is underacting, not committing, so you can bring excuse to your failure. Like I did. I failed, but I wasn't really trying. Or I didn't show up to practice so I could do better, but intentionally making the excuse. All right, you guys understand. This is very important. That's why someone like me is so hated by the gamma, because if I'm on stage bombing, but you can see in my eyes I'm learning and I'm taking joy in it, they're like, fuck you. So it's like, it's not about just doing, it's about doing with the mindset that failure is okay, and you're not doing it to score points against, you know, you're not like seeking approval from your dad. You're just doing it. You do it because you love it. And that love excretes out of your pores. That love spreads. You know, it's truly viral. All right. That's all I got for that. Maybe he's the best coach. I would be. I'm a good coach, yeah. It's great stuff, but I think there's a joke there about Owen not penetrating gammas. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Same as the gamma gold. Right. It's because they're doing it to themselves, though. I just had these insights because I never listen to gammas. I find their worldview so dark and just sticky and moist. But they fundamentally don't understand the value of fearless action. Even in failure, it doesn't matter. Because you will always, there is no non-failure. Everything's a failure. Everything comes up short. Everything. You know, you always are trying to do better. You're always trying to achieve a higher level of math. Right. We were raised not to fail. Yeah, and I ban anybody that I want to. I don't hesitate. And I take joy in it. It makes me happy. And I think that's another thing that drives people crazy. I genuinely find joy in banning gammas and people that appear to even be remotely gammas. And then they can hammer their way out, if they choose to, and become a good delta. You're never going to be alpha, gammas. You're never going to be alpha. It's not your nature. Alpha is not number one. Alpha is the team leader, and it comes with a lot of responsibility that you're not capable of having. not about you. It really isn't. The alpha the alpha likes giving orders and can take all the hardship in the arrow. It's not fun. All right, anyway. And you know if you're alpha or not. Gammas are never going to be alpha. You have to accept that and move on. And if you're more comfortable in your own skin, like, women will be attracted to you. Trust me, if you're in the gay world, you better have a hammer on you, some abs, and a Ferrari. If not, you're just aging yourself right into oblivion. All right. So now a word from our doctor. This is pretty funny. Don't worry about exercise or diet or any of that. Just wear an old sock on your face. Want some heroin? Here's another word from the doctor. Doctor, when do you think COVID-19 will be over? Doctor, I don't know. I'm not much into politics. Would you like some more heroin? Yeah, just to talk about what's happening out there. This is a very cruel and horrifying thing that it is the left. Don't get me wrong, there's another level past left and right that just wants conflict. Just endless conflict, demoralization, broken families so they can keep power. I'm aware of the left-right paradigm. But this whole COVID thing is just to destroy the world so they can blame Trump. It's crazy. It's just anybody with eyes to see can see it's total bullshit. It's just a political strategy to just the left has an old, groping, senile psychopath named Joe Biden, and the only shot they have, their logical conclusion, is to destroy the world so that they can push Joe Biden on the rubble. Trunk. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like the right is a nonsense machine as well. Like, here's a nice little meme. This is called 2040s Republican. Free oxygen, but that socialist wants to return to traditional 2010 society. Is okay with moderate use of heroin for children. Not every conservative is a pedophobe like that bigot Charlie Kirk. The native Hispanic population of the U.S. is being replaced by these Chinese. Has a Rubio 2048 sign outside his shipping container. Remembers when the sky wasn't dark gray with Asian pollution. Jesus was obviously trans, but he wasn't a necrophile, you libtard. I'm okay with dog-human marriage. It's these puppy files that are the problem. Thinks Israel is justified in annexing Sudan because of the Holocaust. Wants to reduce immigration from 10 million to 7.5. Flintlock muskets are clearly assault weapons. We need more common sense. Right, they're awful. Awful. So as I'm criticizing the quote-unquote left, I'm not boosting the right. The right their whole job is to lose with class. And the future Republicans square, right, and it'll never get to that, guys. The entire trade is breaking down very quickly. And there's a lot to be hopeful for because people are seeing through the left-right paradigm completely. Like Parler. Remember this app that we're all very excited about? Hello, Ad Sheriff Joe. Your post is in violation of terms and services. I'm Marco Rubio. Anyone know where I can find some breast milk? My wife left me. This is violation of obscenity. This violation has added 4 to your total points accumulated. Total your violation points as a red or gold badge user. If your account accumulates 20 plus points in 3 months, your account will be banned from Parler and all future services. Please review our terms. I mean, that's a hilarious tweet. I'm Marco Rubio, and anyone know where I can find some I think Nick Fuentes is going to be accidentally banned by Parler just because he's genuinely trying to find wrestlers. But they lose with class, and people see it. Like, people just, the reaction is like, oh, okay, take it easy, Parler. It's having the opposite effect. People are becoming very, very base. And people aren't even, guys, and also, don't be sarcastic. Like, this Cruiser Bear, what a shocker. Don't be sarcastic, and don't be a despair merchant. I mean, we're just trying. I mean, the left gets to have the Twitter, but the right and the left and the... Like, just, guys, you gotta walk away from that. You gotta walk away from that. Alright, no beef. Hey BB, I just heard from my cousin who was in PI and uses reverse speech machines that a missile war will attack America in August. Okay. A missile war. I just heard from my cousin that a missile war is coming. That's retarded. Thanks a lot though, Greek Orthodox Bear. Your cousin sounds like a fucking retard. I'd rather listen to the sound of my own limp dick sleeping. Alright, never heard of parlor, sounds creepy in it. Right. Parlors where a gay get rid. Well, they should have at least pretended to have free speech there for more than a week. Everybody's like, make the migration a parlor, that's where the right can really organize. And they're like, you cannot criticize Rubio for wanting breast milk. It feels so good to not care about that anymore. Yeah, you're not a victim. I'll show you the hell that the baby boomer is in. Right, watch this. Well, I'll just make you laugh though. Oh wow, this is fun. And there I was in Bubba Wallace's garage. Cubeless David Hogg. Another one. Oh, I got some good props on this one. Anyone remember when Owen Benjamin was making fun of the homoeroticism of the UFC? Devour the three-way? I'll be honest, I like fighting sports like MMA and boxing, but some aspects absolutely support Owen's claim for sure, and this pizza adds to it. Oh yeah, they're all gay. Like the whole sport is homoerotic as hell, and that's the beauty of telling the truth and just being a man of action. Is over time my observations just become, it's like fine wine. Go read my Wikipedia in 2020. Come to my parlor so I can insert myself, exactly. The best social media platform on the web is Social Galactic, baby. Unauthorized.tv, join Social Galactic. It's the only place that actually is what you want it to be. Oh, and both for... Midnight's War is Lepton. Fox's cartoon. They're in the top 5 now out of 4,000. It's always great when people see quality. Where they're like, oh, this cartoon is better than the other cartoons. And they're like, who designed it? Oh, a guy that we've claimed is a bigot racist homophobe. It's hilarious. Missiloons. Coming in August. They don't know what they're doing next week, guys. These people. So the hidden hands above Gates and Trunk and all these people, all they want is conflict. All they want broken toys so that they keep power. They don't have long-term plans. The sick, the twisted evil of this system is that they just set these people in motion, like Bill Gates and Joe Biden against Trunk and all these guys and Adelson and some of these Zionists. And they set them in motion, and they have no idea what they're going to come up with, but it's just going to be horrifying. And so all the horror just keep, like, I'll show you a false binary. Like, and this, the only way out is just get rid of the false binary. So now, this was a tweet. Black Lives Matter UK says, as Israel moved forward with the annexation of the
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style. I'd like to try your Wu-Tang style. Let's begin then. Shaolin Shadow Box. And the Wu-Tang Sword style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
Hey yo, Wu-Tang forever. Who rhyme better? We too clever. The boom bap's back harder than ever. R.I.P. ODB coming through like Killer B. Ever since I heard ended at 36 and 9-3, you cannot defeat my Wu-Tang style. I leave them all dismembered. Fuck a mumble rap, that shit won't never be remembered. Not even a contender, no pretender. Best surrender. My agenda is killing shit. They feeling this. Yeah, we live and thorough, assassinating every single motherfucking borough. From Staten to Brooklyn to Queens, the Bronx and Harlem, all the way to Maryland. Yeah, we coming for all of them. While Bobby Tarantino to the digital. My shit is pivotal. Smoking chronic, no medicinal. Who you know assembled a clan like Voltron? The one and only Logic, the God, the Dawn. I'm gone.
Hey yo, Logic, what up? We gon' let these motherfuckers try this Wu-Tang style. Yo, kaboom! Guess who stepped in the role? It's Ghostface, Gold Place, O2, Smoke K. Intelligent brothers with 9 hoods moving snowflakes. Guillotine your head, last seen in the showcase. Push rate this Colgate, Trey H and old gates. Foliate those we most hate, we don't associate. We wear roles that you can't even pronunciate. We eat foods where you can't even pronunciate. Cribs where the floor just rises up and rotates. Location low key, can't even locate. Twin Nina sisters with the beam, we all soulmates. Team making is so much cream, we bought gold.
Yo, mountains of haze in the crib with my blades, it gets messy. Underneath the dress of the gauge, 5'7" MB, your metallic green. Seats is piped off, see some old tracks who night off. The kitchen is my palace, get your dance on. While we just levitate with trees, get your branch on. I'm known to wild out, put the cams on. Jewels down, the sets dip, my gems got grams on. A specialist when I'm baking, rhymes be coming out, we making. The challenge any chumps for lumps, here's the statement, stop hating. The crew is all about getting this cake. You know about me, you relating.
The enigma, the stigmas that the RZA and the Jizza, both lyrical prolific, vistas of rap scriptures, mixes of hipsters, weed smokers and beer drinkers, Prince and the pauper, spiritual clear thinkers. Cake in the oven, super bad like McLovin, hugging on 4 birds, puffing herb with my cousin. Academically speaking, rap vocabulary's weakening. I felt it coming like the weekend when these star boys start tweaking. Sporadic pill popping of oxycontin, ill-gotten sexual intercourse, make sure the wop feel rotten. The travesty tapestry of microphone mastery has been refuted, diluted, broken down to a catastrophe. But cats still get the trophy, hit y'all with that okie dokie. Burt Riddles bandit, goddammit, who the fuck is Smokey Bear when you need one? I got a light beam gun, I'll blast a hole in your chest that you can't bleed from. But you die, your iniquity from stupidity of that trickery. My verse got it hot up in here, not the humidity. You can never get rid of me, step back and consider me. Rule killer B, but I'm not big on bigotry.
Old school on this track, I feel invincible. This new school ain't really got rules and lack the principles. The more clowns, then the more town get put in critical. The gun smoky, Robinson, you need a miracle. Go back, homie, back when rappers used to be lyrical. With 9 out of 10 of his friends used to be criminals. The stats, homie, all these killers using subliminals. Y'all don't even smile in your picture, you dudes miserable. Witty, unpredictable, torture over your physical. Struggle bar, used to put water over the cereal. Another bar, repping my squad, not individual, but one nation. Under God, that's indivisible. My time critical, hands off from digital. Me and my ladybug, back when the planet was diggable. I'm cool like that, my cash rule like that. I'm classic, Patti LaBelle, voulez-vous like that. Come on.
It's only logic, we got a mobbing in the mosh pit. Fifth brother INS, hotter than the tropics. The hot shit I drop quick. Major player, watch my stock lift. Razor blade sharpness, regardless of whom or what. Sound boy, turn the music up. Naysayer, you ain't even got a clue what's up. Deadly melody, the sickness, the remedy. Everything circulate back around eventually. Witty, unpredictable, talent all natural. Game, Wu-Tang pumping through your veins. 25 years, still more of the same. The flow like water with the boiling flame. Iron as your highness, they calling my name. Boy, I went the scene similar to falling rain. In our own lane, y'all sounding all the same. Tell them Wu-Tang is on your brain.
Survival of the fantasy, cold days with no money. They don't want me with stacks, they better take it from me. You know the currency going soon as you break a 20. So I ain't down if you ain't talking that bad language. Yeah, Lord, I'm trying to buy me a train with it. An airplane, see me flying to Spain with it. The money don't make me and I ain't gonna change with it. I'm in the hood looking good the way I came with it. Do it for the seeds, they understood the game with it. We get birth and we understood the pain with it. Then we create wars, everybody is a gangbanger. We kill each other, but we all got the same anger. Never go against the grain, homie, that's hateful. Another day in the life for us to be grateful. Spread love, homie, yeah, get it playful. It's better than stay fool, so let's make moves. I know your mama told you that I was a great dude. These dirty ass cops to kill and rape you. Want some Jason shit, might crystal in the lake you. What? They might crystal in the lake you.
Boom bap blast to blow your sleeves off. I flashback jacks to something to feed off. Smoke and roast ya, the number 9 potion. Pull that shit, son, we open the ocean. Who gives a fuck who's snorting and drinking and smoking? You get killed for joking, everybody's hoping. That's another level of emotion. Food stamps, niggas doing grocery. Police wanna croak me, perp walk, the nigga street talk. We bury niggas in sea salt. I carry the torch while I leave off. I'm giving bitches something to breathe on. I rip off a shoulder to lean on. It's fair game, it's two in the lane. She took 2 trains, and none of my rhymes is 2 in the same. Nigga get cooked on an open flame. I'm a hillbilly, Park Hill trained.
My rhyme starts riots in the mountains. 36 million and counting. The harder they come, the harder I go. Loosen up my arms, can I get comfortable? Stay on my tiptoes, old school woo beat. This is a flip phone, dude, just slip showing. Where I come from, a stage knowing. The grammar is raw, I'm slamming the door. Beats bang, bong in your jaw. I hit him in the head with the hammer of Thor. Stars and bars, makes me a general. Anything less, makes me a criminal. Gotta dig deep for these
G-O-D, shadow box with the L-O-G-I-C. On a count of 3, Wu-Tang, first master your breathing. I'm into ass whipping, I'm teaching. When I'm speaking, I'm a champion from Brooklyn. I move with super ninjas and Shaolin executioners. Avenger, a righteous defender, grandmaster from the 36th chamber. Toe style is mentally strong, to strengthen your arms. To hold my microphone, you need iron palms, remain calm. Jamel Ali, wise chief, Wu-Tang, poison clansman from the east. Yeah.
Into a world of a universal mind of one kind. A fixed form with words that's expressed in one rhyme. Food for thought, impossible sliders with the seasonings. Regardless, I speak logic, clear reasoning. The uncivilized get the mineralized quartz. Self-directed, calculated, controlled thoughts. A point of view of the thinkers. Monumental architecture, amazing as the Incas.
Sinatra. WTC. The faculty. Ain't nothing going on, don't nothing move. Nobody slide, nobody get hurt.
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style. I'd like to try your Wu-Tang style. Let's begin then. Shaolin shadow boxing. And the Wu-Tang sword style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
Oh, baby. Baby, I eat this shit from right out. Dedicated to all the pretty girls. All the pretty girls. All the pretty girls in the world. And the ugly girls too. Cause to me you pretty anyway, baby. You give me your number, I call you up. You act like your pussy on interrupt. I don't have no trouble with you fucking me, but I have a little problem with you not fucking me. Baby, you know I'ma take care of you, cause you say you got my baby and I know it ain't true. Is it a good thing? No, it's bad, bitch. For good or worse, makes you switch. So I walk on over with my crystal. Bitches, niggas, put away your pistol. Dirty won't be having it in this house, cause bitch, I'll cripple your style. Now that you heard my charming voice, you couldn't get another nigga. The coochie won't get moist. If you wanna look good and not be bummy, yo, you better give me that money.
Ooh, hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money.
Yo, so I glanced at the girl glanced at me. I whispered in the air, you wanna be with me? You wanna look pretty though in my video. Oh, dirty on the hat and I let you all know. Just dance if you caught up in the Holy Ghost trance. If you stop, I'ma put them killer ants in your pants. I'm the ODB as you can see. FBI, don't you be watching me. I don't want no problems cause I put you down in the ground where you cannot be found. I'm just dirt dog trying to make somebody. So give me my streaks and give me my honey. Radios play this all day, every day. Recognize I'm a fool and you love me. None of you better look at me funny. You know my name down, give me my money.
Hey, dirty.
Sing it.
Baby, I got your money.
Sing it,
don't you
girls.
worry. I said, hey,
Just sing it right
baby,
now.
I got your money.
If 31 is money, I think y'all should give him his money.
Baby, I got your
That's
money.
how I like
don't
you,
you
girl.
worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money.
Sexy, sexy, sexy. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Sexy, sexy, sexy.
Yo, nigga played in the club like this all night. Bitches put your ass out, let me hold it tight. You looking at my wrist, ain't this so nice? The price, bitch, is diamond shining disco line. Well, you better help me solve my problem. I'ma get this money and rob them. Lucky dog
when I won the lotto. Ran up on my car, I'm carrying Rollo. But hold on, you can call me dirty and then lift up your skirt. And you want some of this dirty? God made dirt and dirt bust your ass. Stop annoying me, yeah, I play my music loud. And take the back to no dirty to move the crowd. Just say he had his dick in his mouth. Eddie Murphy taught me that back of the house. But give him the money.
Baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money.
Give him the money.
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke sit on I man. So when I check him, my lass in hand, and if him slip a gun with him hand, I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Oh yeah. Him have to drop him fuck and run. Him can't stand up to judge a son. Him have to left ya with him gun, dig off with him bomb. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke sit on I man. So when I check him, I lass in hand, and if him slip a gun with him hand, I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race.
Lord of mercy, said I'm man in man, people out there, yeah.
Him have to drop him fuck and run. Him can't stand up to judge a son. Him have to left ya with him gun, dig off with him bomb. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth.
Me said it's simple out there, tribal war, it's simple out there. Talking them bone skylark, for him know say it's simple out there. Lord have mercy. Chibam, 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 bam, bam, the naughty dread skunk.
I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evil man, but him can't choke it on I man. So when I check him, I lost in hand. And if him slip, I gone with him hand. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of earth.
Me say them dub it pon the goalie bank. Me say them dub it pon the river bank. Me say them dub it and them rub it in a boa bank. Me say them gone at Talaman.
I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race.
Said who feels it knows it, y'all. Never heard how it's it, yeah. Chibam, chibam, move, yeah. Goodness gracious. Chibam, 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 bam, bam, and the naughty dread skunk. Chibam, 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 bam, bam, and the naughty dread skunk. Chibam, bam, one, the naughty dread. Chibam, the two, the naughty dread. Chibam bam tree on the naughty dread on. Chibam on the goalie bank.
Move ya with your gun. Myself left ya with your bum. Ooh yeah.
Ball it cannot sat up on the naughty dread. Bandwagon outfit. Chibam, chibam, chibam bam bam. On the naughty dread skunk. Chibam, chibam.
The West Bank, and mainstream British politics is gagged of the right to critique Zionism and Israel's settler colonial pursuits. We loudly and clearly stand beside our Palestinian comrades, free Palestine. They set up another nonsense state binary. Do I support the subversion and destruction of my culture with Black Lives Matter, or the evil empire of Zionism to just keep expanding? Or there's a third option, guys. Take the stead pill. Grow your food and your family. Laugh and have a great time. Don't do what any of these people tell you to do. If they say wear a mask, tell them that you don't wear diapers on your face. That's a false binary. Where it's like, oh, so do I support Black Lives Matter now because they're calling out Zionism? No. No, of course not. And that was written terribly, too. All right. Take the stead pill. You don't need to agree with anything like that. You know, it's like, oh, so do I agree with... It's like, okay, so the left, we're trying to legalize child sodomy, and the right wants endless war fought on behalf of a country the size of New Jersey that's really, really hated and evil. Okay, so which one do you choose? It's like, I thought the left was about labor unions and the right was about business rights and lowering taxes. No. Now it's about child sodomy and infinite perversion and lies versus infinite war. Which one do you pick? I think the war grabbler against the sodomy grabbler, their dream is to just parachute gay Marines like Charlie Kirk and his butt boys. No, Charlie Kirk's not a Marine. Their dream is to parachute Marines out of two and just have them rape everyone to death. Imagine if we can combine sodomy and war, just how unbelievably happy that would make them. So they're like, we're going to rape the Sudan. And the left and the right would finally... Guys, the entire thing is like 1% of the population. Like the Zionist left and the Zionist right is represented by 1% of the population is part of this. So it's like their dream is just war with the only weapon being a gay guy's big dick. Guys, they would finally be at peace. They're like, the left right is finally agreed. What is it? War rape. What? Yeah. We're going to invade another random Muslim country because they reject sodomy and usury. But instead of missiles, we're going to use dicks. Don't stop till you squirt. I still get looks, but I know it's people thinking, I wish I was strong enough to not wear a mask. Exactly, Diagnoso. So this is called Baby Boomer Hell. This is in Florida. Diagnoso actually sent me this. Let's just make an analysis. I really like these because there's no right answer. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's too loud. That guy's pretty funny though. He's like, white power, and the guy's like, did you hear that? Can you write it down? Can we tell the media? Like, oh, nasty. Dude, and the baby boomers, listen, obviously the Trump supporters are more in the right, but they're still pathetic. They're still just like driving their golf carts like, we went to the moon! Obviously the Trump supporters are more in the right than just these crazy bitches being like, fuck Trump! But this is the end of the baby boomer. So this crazy bitch is saying, where's the police? And she's trying to go against Trump. She's like, a leftist, like, bring the police. She won't let the baby boomer, he has a nursing home civil war. She won't let the baby boomer drive his golf cart to the moon. And so the baby boomer in the golf cart is like, we went to the moon! And this other one's like, you bitch, don't you know Trump is vulgar, you stupid bitch, you fag? I mean, the level of depravity on all sides of this. These are rich, white baby boomers in Florida. They're not aging very gracefully here, guys. You fucking Nazi pig! You're so vulgar and intolerant. I'm not gonna let you drive your golf cart. It's like watching an inversion on an inversion, and then the baby boomer in the golf cart has sold out his future generations so that he can afford to golf all day. Like, he's part of one of the biggest scams in the history of the world. You know, it's like, make America great again. It's like, you destroyed it. You know that, right? And someone said something funny, and Doug is my favorite wrestler. Yeah. World War III is just boomers squirting. Literally. Guys, this war is just, it's a dumb wizard war. That's why when people are like, missiles are coming in August, it's like, no, they're not. You want to bet? These people can't operate weapons. All they can do is masturbate and yell. Watch this. Do you support BLM? Do you support BLM? You little No. What did she ask? What did she say? BBL? It doesn't even matter. It's just demon against demon. They probably both have 1 point. You know, I bet the left down there hates Zionism. But which is a fine point. It's like, oh, you support Marco Rubio? Yeah, of course that's absurd. But It's just watching babies scream. You're a minority because your IQ is 50. See, this is what people don't understand about minority. If you understand how math works, a minority is just someone in the minority. My height makes me a minority. I'm a minority figure.
That's not how it works. No, I'm jerking off and I don't need it. Oh, fuck.
A minority is simply someone who isn't in the majority, and it's dictated by the parameters you set. You can change the parameters all the time. I'm a minority in my height. I'm a minority in my intelligence level. I'm a minority in my ability to speak to thousands of people. Minority is a compliment in a lot of ways. Minority doesn't just mean a black person. These stupid bitches would think that a black person is still a minority in Nigeria. They'd be like, oh, this country is full of minorities. Like, the level of retardation is like at a point where I've never seen it, and I don't think we ever will again. Because I don't think these people are long for this world. You know, because I don't see how they can wipe themselves or feed themselves, you know? It's like they'd be like, look at us, it's a majority country in Africa. It's a majority minority. And you're like, you don't know what these words mean. They're like, I'm jerking off again, oh Jesus. Bear in mind, these are all people that, if you're gonna jump in the political reign on the left at this point, the reason it's all so funny is if you're arguing against Trump for Biden, you're supporting Joe Biden. Joe Biden is without question more perverse, more disgusting, more of a liar, less intelligent, less capable mentally than Donald Trump. That's a fact. So, Donald Trump has a lot of things you can criticize. I'm a minority. I use when I open. Yeah, there you go. But like, their candidate, and I think that this is just Satan laughing. I think that this is just really funny for demons. Because it's like, they're now having to argue on behalf of someone that's worse than Trump on every single criticism they have of Trump. I don't care either way. I think take the stead pill, guys. It's about steady. It's about community. Grow your family, grow your garden. Be a good person. You know, grow your faith. You know, grow your wisdom. Community. This shit is for baby boomers to just get one last squirt in before they die. You know, you don't know God's plan. God has a plan, and you don't know the outcome. Whoever wins, it will be who the plan. These people can't affect it. When they try, like when this woman's like, you fucking bigot Nazi, you're so vulgar, you fucking vulgar prick. That's changing people's minds. She's having the opposite effect. It's like, that happens in the Bible all the time, where the wicked actions are always used for good. They don't have any ability to change the outcome. The more they thrash with their fake lies, the more people are waking up. Guys, 6 months ago, people that called me schizophrenic conspiracy theorist are now openly asking me for advice and for me to explain to them the world around me. That doesn't happen without these people. Guys, I've been in a place of extreme ostracism, even though I was right about a lot of this stuff. And I know a lot of you guys relate to me on this. Where we were ostracized, we're talking about just basic shit like 9/11 and the moon landing and pedophilia in Hollywood and stuff. And they're like, you're crazy. And now the same people are like, what's happening? And so you have to understand, these lies have the opposite effect. That's why it's not scary. Don't be scared of failure. Embrace it. Embrace the challenges. Because when you're in that state of mind, you can't fail, even when you fail. Because it's not really failure, it's crushing. You know, that's why I would always be funnier in front of people on stage than alone, because I was invigorated by it. If you're obsessed with like, well, what if something goes wrong? What if something happens? You know, I've always been better at sex than whacking off, because whacking off, I'm just alone. That's a weird thing to say. Sorry about that. That was weird. That woman still, she's got her front cover going, grab him by the pussy. So vulgar. By default, she's backing Joe Biden. That's why there's no winning in the left-right paradigm. There's no winning. Trump is obviously a better, more capable man, but you don't know what would happen if Biden won. It could, because Trump does pacify the right because we feel like we have a guy inside, and he really doesn't do very much. But it's it's a good pacifying mechanism. If Joe Biden wins and he's on stage like, you want to smell my finger? I think that there's a chance that would make people face reality quicker. But either way, I'd be happy. It doesn't affect me. God has a plan. Whatever happens is not going to change my plan, which is to grow my family and grow my food and grow my community. It doesn't matter. These people are... She looks like the lone fucking ranger in a sandstorm, covering her face and eyes like a criminal and a pervert, just going, grab him by the pussy, grab him by the... If you engage with her, there's no winning. If you say, oh, Joe Biden, it's like ropes little kids on camera. And it's like, grab him by the... You Nazi! Again, there's a third option. Leave. That is a mind state. Don't engage with these people. There's no winning, guys. Trust me, I've engaged with thousands of these baby boomers. They're just dying. I don't think people are reporting the death. So the thing people would say is, what happens if you have a sign name that says black trash? People would get so mad at me. Oh, it's squirting. Who cares? Why does it matter? Why does it affect you? Do you want to call black people black trash? I used to do jokes about that years ago, where I just casually would talk about the black trash in the cities. Like, there's so much black trash. I'm like, oh, sorry, am I only allowed to say white trash? I've already went through all this. There's nothing there, guys. I'll save you years of your life. You don't have to establish that people are hypocrites. Ask yourself, do you have a desire to call black people trash? No, I don't. You? It doesn't matter to me. When someone calls me white trash, does it bother me at all? No, of course not. All of Florida is white trash. Ask Coddington, he's in the chat. The entire state is just trash. White, black, brown. The one thing that Floridians can all unify over is they're all trash. All of Florida is just, it's garbage blowing in the wind. All right. Coddington knows he's trash. Look at him. He's a white American Indian. He goes back to the 1600s here. I think one of his grandparents was in the Daughters of the Revolution, which is labeled white supremacist. He also has some basket weaving Indian in him. And he's still just trash. Coddington Bear is Florida trash. All these people, them calling each other white and black trash does not do any, you're still just trash. You know? And I don't have any desire to call anyone trash, and I'm not motivated. I'm not offended if someone calls me white trash. It's only coming from people who are trash. I guarantee as soon as this whole thing is over, all the baby boomers park their little carts, and these women just come up to them and they all just start banging each other. And it's the most disgusting sight, I bet, in the world. Like right now they're doing what's called edging. Edging is when you work the shaft slowly. You slowly work the shaft, and then you build. You know, it's also called Kama Sutra. Or, what's it called? Tantric sex. So what these trash people are engaged in right now is a long game of tantra. And then they show up later at the golf course bar or their nursing home where people are putting diapers on their mouths. And they just start banging. And it's disgusting. Guys, it's just bad, sweaty, smelly, gross sex. Because why else would they be doing this? You're gross. No, you're gross. You're stupid. You're stupid. And then it's just like, I'm drunk. Oh, Jesus. So hopefully this is helping you guys understand what baby boomers go through every day. Look, she's spanking her ass. Guys, look at this. people think that I'm just being comedic. Guys, she just spanked her ass. She's like, Nazi. She called it, yeah. It's a fact. That they literally, like, it's like, oh, you're a Nazi. You're such, dude, she's spanking her own ass. How do people not see it? Here's the thing. It's like, I understand it's an amateur issue. But it's like, they'll be like, no, you're crazy, Owen. It's not about sex. I'm like, she's spanking her own ass. Getting ready to go. It's like, you're a Nazi pig. Yeah, take me. And I didn't even watch the whole video. I just called that. Because it's so obvious what's happening. It's almost like how the Latin blood, they say, is very passionate. You know, like a woman, like me and Amy, when we were first dating, we would have like fights and have very passionate escapades. Where you like get mad at each other, and then the wine glass breaks on the floor. It's just so, that's what these old fat fucks are doing, and they're doing it at the expense of all their grandchildren and children. They're destroying the culture and the economy only to get themselves off. I'm dead serious. They're doing an elaborate tantric ritual so that later, when the Nazi shows up in their nursing home, they like rip their face diaper off and their ass diaper, and they just, guys, it's so disgusting what these people are. And the baby boomers in the golf carts are like, we went to the moon! And everyone's like, you're a Nazi! They're both wrong. They're both absurdly wrong. No one went to the moon. No one even knows what the hell a Nazi means. They're just edging. And so if you're these people's children and grandchildren, you should be so disgusted. Where you're like, you fucking psychopaths are destroying our future. Literally, like, just wrecking the economy, wrecking political discourse, just making everyone so anxious that people are just constantly drinking and it's only so they can have sex with each other. It's like, or they can just feel any squirt of emotion. They drove our golf carts on the goddamn moon. I never wore a mask. Never wear a mask. Guys, the whole edging ritual is also about masks. Guys, who wears masks? Criminals and perverts. Look at a Rothschild sex party. What do you notice, guys? They're all wearing masks. What else do you know about asphyxiation rituals? People will do Guys, I don't want to talk about it either. This is what it is. They auto-asphyxiate so that they can feel more in their penis and vagina. And they cover their identity so they can participate in disgusting sex orgies. It's so funny because it's true. It's a fact. If you put a mask on your child, that's really fucked up. And at this point, when it's so obvious what this all is, there's no COVID-19 pandemic, guys. It's a way to tank the economy, scare the shit out of everybody, to get political power. No one can name one person that was healthy that died of something. To make everyone wear a mask is about submission. It's about making people hate Trump. Hey, Trump. It's such bullshit. I'm the only one in my grocery store. We are the 1%. In Idaho, no one's wearing a mask. We're not the one. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not working. No, it's backfiring, Alaire Bear. It's not working. A lot of these very people that are like, they're gonna be dead. I don't know how else to put it, guys. If you take a vaccine, put on a mask, and are scared all the time watching the news, your health is fried. Fried, guys. Like, there's not much time left for you. Everyone wears a mask in Seattle. I know, but it's already dominated. I'm an hour outside of Seattle. I get it. If you believe in the COVID scare, you're a non-playable character. You're totally. Right. Lots of maskless space here in Minnesota. Yeah, and the more people see that's why it's so important to not wear a mask. Because there's so many sheep that will just go with what the majority does. They don't care either way. No mask in New Hampshire. Good. For your fellow man, you can't wear a mask. Because there's a lot of weak people that look to you and say, so I guess I should wear a mask now. Imagine if someone sees me in a store wearing a mask. Don't you think that would make it so hard for them to take it off? Someone like me. Like an outspoken, freedom-loving legend. It's like, imagine if someone sees me in a store and I'm wearing a mask. Do you know how much electricity would then go towards them not being able to do it? They'd be like, Owen can't even not do it? That's why you need layers of this shit. We need a ton of people to not do it. We know it's about submission, it's not about health. If one of these ass-slapping whales that is trying to just get plowed out by someone they're calling a legend, I'd cry, real talk. I'm never wearing a mask, except for my child's birth. I've already told everybody that's fine. My wife, she wants it to go smoothly. I would have anyway. If you're in a hospital, that's fine. If you're shoveling shit, that's fine. I will never do a compliance mask. It's your civic duty to never cover your face. Right. You know what happens when people cover their face? If a psychopath gets you to cover your face, it's because they're going to kill you. It's like, cover your face. I don't want to look at you. Why? Because I don't want to see what I'm about to do. Just second wave BS. There's no second wave. There's no first wave. All right. Need a mask burning. We should do a mask burning. When has Babylon ever cared about someone's health? Right. No, but it's not. People, if you think it's about health at this point, I'm pretty sure you're fucked. But I'm trying to reach the people that know it's bullshit, but are doing it to fit in. Because they don't want to deal with the backlash. The people that think they're saving people by wearing a muzzle, I think they're kind of fucked. I really don't see things turning around for those people. But I do know people like that are wearing a mask simply to not, just to fit in. You know? And those people are still fully savable. But if you wear it too long, you're gonna become the coward that you're pretending not to be. Alright. Not that it even fucking matters. Do whatever you want. God has a plan. It'll all end fine. Oh, here's something interesting. Dad, why is the sky blue? And then you go through an aquarium. Oh, I get it. Oh, how dare you? Remember the land divides the waters above and the waters below? That's in Genesis. But not really, though. It's blatantly water. Alright. You again. Don't worry about exercise or diet or anything. Just wear an old sock on your face. Thanks, Doc. Can I get some more heroin? Sure thing. Doctor, when do you think COVID-19 will be over? I don't know. I'm not too into politics, but do you want some more heroin? Alright. You want some more heroin? Alright. And then the heroin addicts get mad at me. Oh no, I need it for my pain. Oh Jesus. I'm squirting. There's a million ways to get your soul. There's a million. I know there's bears that are like get mad at me for going against opioids because they're like, I mean, I need it for my fucking back, baby. I'm like, you're a heroin addict. How dare you? I fucking tried everything and nothing's worked. I'm so much pain. You don't even know. Oh Jesus, I'm turning off again. Oh, if the riots were real, if they were really tearing down monuments, they'd go with those. Alright, let me read what the Georgia Guidestones say. Weird how they just never go at what the Georgia Guidestones say. They never seem to go at those. No, Big Bear, there's a little bit of graffiti. They were never torn down, it was never sanctioned, and the graffiti was cleaned. Alright. Descriptions. Georgia Guidestones. What does it say about the 500,000 people? I'll just sum it up. It's saying that the world population should be only 500 million people. So if you're a black, just know that the eugenicists really want you gone. If you take a real deep dive into Bill Gates, you'll see that the majority of his work was done in Africa and is now being done to blacks in America. Everybody in America, they want to kill as many people as possible, but especially the black, they want to get rid of as many big dicks as they can. And if the Black Power movement or the Black Lives Matter movement was actually about helping black people, which we all know it is, they would topple the stone saying that we should kill 8 billion people. Don't you think some of those people are black? That's how you know it's all bullshit. You can always tell when things are total bullshit. Alright, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Any questions? I don't have any mail because it's Sunday. Who does the counting? It has nothing to do with that. I don't even think there is 9 billion people in the world. I think it's been grossly exaggerated. I think the counting of people is total fraud. But the point is, they're saying that there should be a lot less. Less than 72? Oh yeah, definitely. It sucks we lost 23 people in the last 6 years. Right, exactly. You want some heroin? I'm a doctor. Listen, don't care about exercise or diet. What you should do is put an old sweaty sock over your mouth. Alright, nice one, BB. Move the bears later. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, how could you possibly know? I pray daily for their families. Oh, good for you. Everything's gonna be fine though. Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm covering. I mean, I get it. I understand stress. I don't want to talk about it. But everything's gonna be fine. Alright, piano? Maybe tonight. No, I'm gonna take the rest of the day off and really enjoy my Sunday. I like to consistently do streams for you guys because I know how much total garbage there is. Now that Crystalia has been scrubbed from the internet, now your favorite comedian who likes to just really want to show his kick mean teams. But I will be in the chat right now asking any questions if you have anything. Castles and airships. Yeah, look up. Look forward. Have a vision. Thoughts aren't bad if they're like dreams and visions, and then you can turn them into action. Thoughts without action are shit. Streamed a lot yesterday. Yeah, but the beauty is I get to just stream on my property. It's not like I go to an office or something. It's like my kids take a nap or I get all my chores done. I like to show people what the Steadville looks like, because the more of you join me in reality and stop watching baby boomers etched to a massive squirt, the better my life gets. Give you your love. Thank you, Diffracted Bear. Summer gates are open. We need to get to Antarctica. Oh, I like where your head's at, CD Store. 7 billion does sound a little high. It does! What's your name was BB on DRTRH? I'm gonna sail north someday. No one here will stray to Richie from Boston. Yeah, I mean, you can if you want. It's just like, when you feel despair coming, where it's like, they're coming to... The only reason we're free right now is because they haven't finished their master plot. That's bullshit. Love how Weiss doesn't hide his beak with a mask. Yeah, he's a very honorable Jew. I think a lot of Jews should take note of David Weiss. He gave up money for truth, and he doesn't hide his beak. Richie doesn't represent Boston. Boston these days, I mean, ever since the Kennedys, it's been real gay. One bike thief sounds a little low. Let's go over the ice wall. To the airships! Love that Weiss kept his beak. Yeah, it's honorable. A big, strong beak is not bad. It's much worse when you hide it. Like, when I find out grab words have had nose jobs, I'm like, I can't trust you. A great stream with everyone yesterday, 4 Legends, 1 stream, definitely. Weiss is not a name shifter either. No, he stands by his name. David Weiss. You know, if he was a grabber, he'd be like, David Goodfam. Or no, it'd be like Jacob Goodfam from Missouri. Everyone's like, did you shave off part of your beak? No, I'm David Goodfamily from Missouri. a nose.
You don't call it a beak?
No.
Oh, fuck, I've been outed. To the helicopter! To the gravelicopter! Onward! Look at my small beak.
We don't call it a beak.
What do you call it?
A nose.
What the fuck is a nose?
Did you chop off your beak?
Yes. But I had to. I was forced to by the world population. They just hate me for who I am.
Did you push sodomy in debt?
Obviously. How else am I supposed to go work?
So maybe it's not because people hate your tribe. Maybe it's because they hate your behavior and you're a threat to their way of life.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Shut him down, sodomize him, put him in debt. Oh, Jesus, I'm whacking up again. To the gravelicopter, over the ice wall. Everybody hates me. There's nowhere to go. Globalism, fuck me. There's nowhere to go. Everyone knows what we've done. Oh, Jesus, oh, fuck, David Beekman. So you guys don't call it a beak?
No.
But it's real long and pointy.
Not where we live.
Oh, fuck, I've been outed. To the gravelicopter! Onward! To the gravelicopter! Grabble, 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 grabble. Lift off! Go to a country that doesn't know our scam.
There isn't anymore, sir.
What?
Globalism. Everybody knows now.
Oh, fuck! Can't we go to Turkey? They took us in last time. We promised that we weren't gonna poison the wells or the babies. Oh.
No, they definitely know now.
You fucking serious, Turkey? Nobody knew in Turkey.
No. Because of the globalism, now everyone knows.
New Zealand!
No. China's gonna take that little island paradise.
Oh, the fucking Chinese. Low trust, high IQ. Fuck me. So there's no more Americas left where everybody's just crushing and trusting? That's so much wealth. What happened to it?
They stopped crushing and trusting.
Why?
Because you destroyed their families and sodomized their babies.
I mean, I was trying not to. To the gravelicopter! Grabble, 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 grabble. What's that? There's nowhere to go.
Antarctica, sir.
Can we get penguins to take out a loan? Can we get penguins to sodomize themselves?
I'm pretty sure we can.
Fuck yeah! Ira's never gonna lose. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck, I'm squirting in my gravelicopter. Oh, I hope this isn't being recorded. Oh, it's a honeypot. Fuck, I'm fucked. Back underground for us. Yeah, no, Jesus. Baby out.
Sue everybody. They don't have any money, sir.
What?
You bankrupted everything. They don't...
No, but we can still almost scare them by threatening to take away their house.
They don't have houses anymore.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. You destroyed everything so much that now they just know what you are and there's nothing that stops them.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Go to Turkey.
They know.
Oh, fucking shit. Antarctica. Get in the gravelicopter. Grabble, 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 grabble.
The grabbler copter. Yeah, big laughs. So funny thing. I teared up laughing. Nice. It's all true, too. It's like,
quick, go to England. Those guys are...
No. You guys have been there way too long. They get it now.
Oh, fuck me. Ireland. They're all so drunk, they don't even understand what we're up to. Yeah.
No. They tell tales of leprechauns. They now realize you're the leprechaun.
Oh, they put that together, huh? Following the gold, the rainbow, the LGBT, being real short and tricky. Oh, fuck, terms and conditions. They know we're the leprechaun. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's one of the best leprechaun tricks ever, was to just simply say red hair.
No, they put it together, sir.
How'd they do that?
You broke all their families and put them all in debt. They're really angry now.
Get in the gravel. Grabble. Up to Russia.
No. Last place you want to go.
Okay, fuck. The Sudan. No, we can't get America to kill everybody again?
No, they pass on the information to their children now. In America's, the militaries went full trans.
Oh, fuck, they're already at that level? Oh, it's like 50-50 all over again. Where do I go?
Antarctica?
Over the ice wall!
Ira goes over the ice wall.
Quick, hit the gravelicopter. Invisibility mode activated. We're now white people. Hey, fellow white people. We need to fight for equality. Look, it's got a giant beak. Oh, fuck it, Steven. Get in the gravelicopter.
Gravel. New Zealand? Oh, fuck no, not New Zealand. China's got dry. They got high world trust society. We need to have a really trusting group of people. What about those indigenous people in the Amazon? They don't fucking trust anybody. They don't have any money, sir. All they have is some poison darts.
Do they have dicks I can bite?
There's dicks you can bite.
Fucking dead there. I can at least bite a dick. Oh, shit. I just crashed my gravel conference. Fuck.
All right, big laughs. They have to take a dick from the snow monster. Ain't nobody got a colon that big. Nice. Legendary, thank you. It's true.
Quick, go to the Philippines.
No, there's a guy named Duterte.
Yeah, but he's in on the take, right? Don't we have him in debt a little bit? Gravel.
No, sure. He's pretty fucking crazy. I think he's just gonna freak out when you go after his dick.
Yeah, shit. Didn't I make him gay?
Yeah, but he got himself out of being gay somehow. He's legit crazy. He's gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, fuck. They killed Magellan in the turquoise water? The knee-high turquoise water? They fucking got Magellan. They're gonna get me too. Okay, quick. Let's go to, Australia.
No! They know about the fires.
They know those fires weren't organic? How do they fucking know?
Because